What's up, Backstretchers? You are on the Backstretch, presented by Gans Race Cars and Parts. Tune in for your local racetrack results and series results from the Mid-East Racing Association, the Blue Ridge Outlaws, and the Steel Block Bandits on Monday nights. It's showtime! And welcome to a Tuesday night episode of On the Backstretch, presented by Gans Race Cars and Parts. I got the Maverick Cambridge Gan sitting shotgun over here. Actually, he's in the driver's seat, I guess. I'm a passenger. We'll flip on the screen.
Yeah.
Well, we got race highlights from a few places that raced. I know Princeton got rain called off for rain for the opening night. Natural Bridge called their racing off. Who else was supposed to run and didn't?
Natural Bridge.
That's what I said, Natural Bridge.
Oh, I thought you said
Carolina was off. Carolina was off.
I thought you said Princeton.
Yeah, Princeton called theirs off, yeah.
Princeton, Natural Bridge, I know it's called off.
Cherokee got their racing in Saturday night. Lakeview got theirs in Saturday night. And the 602 Nationals got practice in on Thursday. Rained out Friday. We run 2 days in one on Saturday. We'll get into all that here in a little while. A lot of racing action coming up this weekend. Some new tracks going to pop back open for some open practice.
Yep, they're at. To just name one.
To name one. Before we get too far along, we're going to thank our sponsors. We got Rocket Rat over here. On the Backstretch is presented to you by these great sponsors. Gans Race Cars and Parts. Go check out Philip and Cambridge Gan for all your race car parts and fabrication needs, located on K School Road in Medan, North Carolina. Go check out Gans Race Cars and Parts. NRS Race Scoring for all your transponder and scoring needs, the official score of the Mid-East Racing Association. Go check them out on Facebook at NRS Race Scoring. Too Fast for You Embroidery. That is Tanja Gan, in-house at Gans Race Cars and Parts. Need them hats done, shirts, sweatshirts, monograms. Go check out Tanja Gan at Too Fast for You Embroidery. She'll take care of all your embroidery needs. Located on K School Road in Gans Race Cars and Parts. Vinyl adds horsepower at Randy's Custom Lettering, located in Wannaco, North Carolina. Go check out Randy and Chris for all your vinyl signage and decal needs. You can check them out on Facebook at Randy's Custom Lettering or give them a call at 336-591-9301. Special thanks to Travis Covey with TC Construction. The driver of the Goliath chassis, TC Construction, Penske Racing Shocks, number 05 machine, along with the teammate and sponsor of the Gans Race Cars and Parts, Airport Drive-In, TC Construction, Penske Racing Shocks, number 45, the Maverick Cambridge Gan. The dynamic duo make up the Maverick Goose team that will bring back the love and feeling in 2025. So go check them out at a racetrack near you running the 602, a modified division. The T-shirt guru of Travis Lawson with Stokes Apparel. If your race team, ball team, business is looking for apparel, go check out Travis Lawson at Stokes Apparel. You can find him on Facebook at Stokes Apparel or online at www.stokesapparel.com. Special thanks to Jason and Brittany Walls with the Mid-East Racing Association. Your home for your True Light Federal Credit Union Mid-East Street Stocks. The Sheets Mid-East Modified Tour, your Rick Hendrick City Chevrolet Mid-East 602 late models, and in its debut season, the Pro Fabrication Headers and Exhaust Mid-East 525 late models. For all your rules and schedules, go check out racemideast.com. Need trash hauled? Call Capital Waste. Their team is ready to help you determine the right product for your needs. offering roll-off dumpster rentals and also portable toilet rentals in 2 convenient locations, one at 1668 Park Drive in Mount Airy, North Carolina, the other at 730 Oak Ridge Farms Highway in Mooresville, North Carolina. Give them a call today at 336-568-8009 or check them out at capitalwastetrash.com. And thanks to all our great sponsors for staying on board for 2025 season. We're going to get started with Cherokee Motor Speedway, the place your mama warned you about. We're at 8 Division Saturday night. We're going to start off with the first division up. It's going to be the Renegade Sportsman, Cade Langley. That number 11 machine picking up the win. Christian Patterson in the 24 machine finishing second. Brad Hams in the 13 machine finishing third. Fourth going to Hunter Funderburk in that 78 machine. Jackson Thomason in a 00J finishing fifth. Sixth going to Russell Hamrick Jr. in the 7 machine. Seventh goes to the 59 of Ronald Scully. The 40B of TJ Bolin finishes eighth. Ninth goes to Kevin Patterson in the 99 machine. And around out the 10-car field was William Cook in the 81 machine.
Your Thunder Bomber feature winner was the 97T of Mark Towell. Second went to the 19 of Stetson Todd. Third was the S2 of Garrett Sweat. Fourth was the 912 of J.J. Williams. Fifth was the 87 of Dustin Bailey. Sixth went to the 483 of Hannah Hall. Seventh was the 17B of Trevor Bellew. Eighth was the 21 of Hunter Deeg. Ninth was the 75 of James Carpenter. And rounding out your top 10 was the 54 of Luke Morris.
Well, then we're going to roll out for the Crown Vic Young Guns. And it was Ronnie Pinson in the 33 machine picking up the win. Second going to the 19 of Colton Poland. Third going to Brantley Todd in the 19 JR, finishing third. Fourth was the 96A of Austin Pinnell. Fifth going to 92 JR of Junior Mulwey. Landon Lankford in the 122, finishing sixth. Seventh going to Carter Bryant in the 88 machine. And rounding out your top 8 was Eli Howerton in the 16 machine for your young gun, Crown Vics.
Your open wheel modified feature winner was the 30 of Josh Roletter. Second went to the 18 of Ray Suman. Third was the 42 of Kevin Pangrazio. Fourth was the 69 of Harley Stanley. And rounding out your top 5 was the 41 of Mike Limley.
Then we're going to Extreme Fours. Extreme Four winner was Travis Lankford in that Flintstone Flyer F1 machine. Second going to Colby Lambert in the 33 machine. Third going to the Hot Wheels of Anthony Harris. Phone going crazy over here. Trevor Russell in the 12 machine finishing fourth. Fifth going to Dale Bennett in the B12 machine. Bryson Lankford in the 4X finishing sixth. Reggie Twing in the 5 machine finishing seventh. Eighth going to the 214 of Eric McGee. Nate Worley in the 26 was ninth. And rounding out your top 10 was Richard Hollenbeck in the 58 machine.
Your street stock feature winner was the 00 of Cody Ustery. Second was the 12 of Blake Bentley. Third went to the 13 of Brian Carswell. Fourth was the 101 of Josh Helms. Fifth was the 17 of Landon to the row. Sixth was the 88 of AJ Barker. Seventh was the 83 of Caleb McLaughlin. And eighth was the 14B of Matt Brooks.
Then we're going to roll out for your Pro Fours. Picking up the win was the 29 machine of Cody Barber. Second was Clayton Ross in the 44 machine. A third going to the 50 of JoJo Madison. The 28 of Bud Roop was fourth. A fifth going to Jason Jennings in the 112 machine. And sixth was the 77 of Dylan Smith. And rounding that, and it looks like the seventh and final one was Scott Jones, the 4 machine, was DQ'd. Don't know the reason behind that one. And then last but not least,
Your final feature of the night, the Crown Vic, your feature winner was the number 2 of Barry Bryant. Second went to the 22 of Blake Green. Third was the Triple X of Bundy Stowe. Fourth went to the 33 of Dale Bennett. Fifth was the 22W of Alex Wumble. And sixth was the 122 of Ashley Parker. Man, there's a whole lot of twos in that one. Twos and 22s.
And that rounds out all the results for Cherokee Speedway this past Saturday night. We're going to roll into Lakeview, hosted the Southern Wedge Late Model Association.
And Ultimate, right?
Yeah, and Ultimate Super Late Models were there. I did not get the results for them. But your Southern Wedge Late Model Association winner. First time winner in the 75 machine was Eric Thompson. Finishing second was the 108 of Chuck Southard. Third was Denny Williams in the 30 machine. Fourth was the 78 of David Stone. The 76 of Todd Barlow was fifth. Sixth going to the 50 machine of Christopher Dunlap. And round out the 7 card field was the 56 of Daniel Farrell.
Where was Kenny Compton?
I don't know. Kenny Compton, last race, the Southern Wedge Late Model Association had it. They have a claim rule on the motor, and he refused to claim. So I don't know what happened from there. But I do believe Christian Thomas won the Ultimate Super Late Model event.
Christian Thomas?
Yep.
Yeah.
Christian Thomas won the Ultimate Super Late Model season opener at Lakeview. And then we're going to roll into the big weekend. A lot of people going after $50,000 to win at Fayetteville Motor Speedway for the 602 Nationals. Like I said, Thursday got practice in, and the rain came. Got about 2 inches of rain overnight, so they couldn't get the track ready for Friday night. So they canceled Friday night, and we run everything on Saturday. They done qualifying heat races. CB mains, the non-qualifiers race, and then the A main. They started 30 cars for the A main. We're going to start off with your top 3 in heat races. Heat race number 1.
Heat race number 1 was the 23 of Becca Malone. Second went to the 9P of Dalton Peavy. Third was the 2 of Wyatt Coffey. Fourth was the 55B of Ross Bales. And rounding out your top 5 was the C10 of Carl Curran.
We're rolling up for heat race number 2. It was Mount Airy's own Kendall Tucker in that 00 machine finishing first. Second went to Jason Dickerson in the J12 machine. And somebody call it Popo, the 5-0 with Joey Johnson finishing third in heat race number 2.
Heat race number 3, the 00 of Kenny Collins was your winner in heat 3. Second went to the 17T of Timmy Blackwell. Third was the 71 of David Smith. Fourth went to the 06 of Mark Whitener. And round out your top 5 was the 7J of Dalton Jacobs.
Oh, you going top 5? My bad.
Yeah.
Heat race number 4 is the Night Prowler, Nathan Walker in that 22 machine picking up the win.
That was an impressive heat race win.
Big Perm, Dalton Wilson in 18D finishing second. Ethan Wilson in that 00 machine finishing third. Chase Blackwell fourth. And round out your top 5 was Preston Dimsdale in the 66 machine.
Stuck together. In heat race number 5, it was the GOAT, the 25 of Dylan Warden, picking up the heat race win. Second went to the D12 of Dustin Mitchell. Third was the 10H of Tyler Bear. Fourth was the 17 of Jarrett Jones. And rounding out the top 5 was the 24 of AJ Bellinger.
Rolling out for heat race number 6, the last heat race of Saturday. Tyler Payne in the 10P picking up the win. Zach Blackwell in the 17B finishing second. Third going to Robbie Gibson in the 5 machine. Fourth going to Dean Bowen in the 15B. And Trey Stamper rounding out your top 5 in heat race number 6. And, of course, that between the qualifying and heat races, they locked in the top 20 for the main event. Everybody else went to a B and C main. We're going to start off with the C main.
Your C main feature winner was the J1 of Jake Jackson.
Top 10. The top 10.
Okay.
Because that top 10 transferred to B.
Yeah, I got you. Second was the 17D of Case Daniels. Third was the 27 of Andrew Durham. Fourth went to the 32K of Tyler Cussman. Fifth was the 12 of Eric Register. Sixth went to the 1W of Dylan Watson. Seventh was the 95 of Alex Vance. Eighth was the 11A of Cole Apple. Ninth was the 1 star of Billy Rushton. And round out your top 10 was the 1 of Morgan Johnson.
Like I said, those top 10 moved on to the B main. Winner of the B main was the 44 machine of John Ruggiero Jr. Ethan Wilson in that 00 machine finishing second. Ross Bales in the 55B was third. Fourth went to the 50, somebody called the Popo, Joey Johnson. Fifth going to AJ Bellinger in the 24 machine. Sixth to Trey Stamper in the 20 machine. Seventh going to Stephen Tompkins in the 22T. Carl Curran in the C10 finished in eighth. Ninth going to Dustin Watkins in the 40 machine. And round out your top 10 was Case Daniels. And those 10 went on to the feature event. And before the feature event, we had the non-qualifiers race. I paid $2,000 to win, and I think $250 to start. So everybody got a little money. The B, I know the B main got paid, and the non-qualifiers got paid.
Yep, that's pretty cool. But your feature winner for the non-qualifiers race was the 1 star of Billy Rushton. Second went to the 10H of Tyler Bear. Third was the 27 of Andrew Durham. Fourth went to the 32K of Tyler Cussman. Fifth was the 10 of Mario Gresham. Sixth went to the 78 of Mark McCoy. Seventh was the 1 of Morgan Johnson. Eighth was the 302 of Bill Tesh. Ninth was the 1W of Dylan Watson. And then at your top 10 was the 25A of Jason Altiers.
And that brought us to the main event. $50,000 on the line. Front row consisted of Dalton Wilson and Jason Dickerson sitting on the front row. Chase Blackwell and Dylan Brown on row number 2.
No, it was Kendall Tucker, wasn't it?
Not on row number 2 for
It
the
wasn't?
start. For the start, no, Dylan Brown was fourth.
Okay. I forgot Dylan had electrical issues.
But when the dust cleared after 60 laps of racing at Fayetteville Motor Speedway, it was Big Perm.
The hometown
Fayetteville
hero.
native Dalton Wilson. $50,000 richer for the XR 602 Nationals at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. So Dalton Wilson, your $50,000 winner in the 18D. Second, $20,000 richer, Chase Blackwell out of Grays Creek, North Carolina in the 6 machine. Third, going to Kenny Collins in the 00 machine. Fourth, going to Mount Airy, North Carolina's Kendall Tucker in the 00 machine. The Fresh Prince of Dirt, Becca Malone, finishing fifth in that 23 machine. Sixth, going to John Ruggiero Jr. in the 44 machine. Seventh, going to Luke Cooper in the 57 machine. The GOAT, Dylan Warden in that 25 machine of Joey Washburn's, finishing eighth. Impressive run for Dylan Warden. Was that fourth time in a race in a late model?
Yeah.
Fourth time ever in a late model. Went up against the best of the best and finished in the top 10. That is impressive for Dylan. Dustin Mitchell in the D12 finishing ninth, and Wyatt Coffey rounding out your top 10. Some of our local guys making the show. Nathan Walker in the 22 machine finished 11th. Dalton Jacobs finishing 15th in the 7J machine. Jason Dickerson was 17th in the J12. Of course, Dylan Brown had electrical issues. He ended up 19th.
I think Dalton was running pretty good. He was running pretty decent. I think in the feature and during the caution, I think he had to come in and they had to put gas in the car.
Fuel in it, yeah, I do know that. Ross Bell's driving the Benji Hicks double nickel machine, finishing 23rd. Trey Snapper was 25th. Joey Johnson 26th. Ethan Wilson ended up 28th at the end of the night. But like I said, Dalton Wilson, your winner. And of course, Chase Blackwell second, Kitty Collins third, Kendall Tucker fourth, and round out your top five was Beckham Malone. And like I said, some really good racing action, heat races, and the alphabet soup, of course, always interesting to watch. But like I said, I was more impressed with Dylan Warden than I was anybody. I might have bragged on Dylan on that deal.
Yeah, I'd have to say Dylan. I thought he'd done a good job.
Like I said, being fourth time in a race car and going up against some of the best in the business down there, he held his own. Won a heat race.
Yeah.
And finished in the top 10. So kudos to the GOAT. We still call him the GOAT here on the backstretch. But like I said, that rounded out everything. I do know top three motors were pulled. They were took to an engine builder in Mooresville. Can't remember exactly where it was at. I know one of them was a GM Seal motor. One of them was an Earl Ramey motor. And I can't remember what the other one was. But they all went down towards Mooresville. And all three got tore down. All three checked okay. So they're still waiting. Top two MSD boxes were sent off. And tire samples are pending. I do know there were two cars in a post-race deck that were DQ'd for shock pressure. There's a 250-pound max shock pressure on the gas in the shocks. Two were DQ'd for that. So tech's been a little tough on a few guys because I know it cost them a lot of money. Things some of them didn't know nothing about. They leave that stuff to the shop guys.
Yeah.
But like I said, great run for most of our local guys. Like I said, Dylan Warden made the top 20 and without having run through the alphabet soup, which like I said was cool to watch. So did Nathan Walker.
Both of them won a heat race.
Both of them won a heat race. Yep. I think no. I'm trying to think who did make it in. Dalton made it into the show off of hot laps and qualifying heat racing. Of course, Kendall Tucker did, Beckham Malone, Luke Cooper. Like I said, a lot of racing action there this weekend. Like I said, a lot of racing action got canceled for Mother Nature. I know Natural Bridge called theirs off for wet weather. Princeton called off her season opener for wet weather. County Line, of course, was already off for the weekend, and so was Carolina Speedway. So we got some upcoming events coming up. Everybody been kind of quiet in the comment section tonight, and I know there's people on here, but Friday night, the 9th annual Thunder Bomber Classic will be held at Travelers Rest Speedway on Friday night. They will have qualifying heat races and last chance qualifiers for the Thunder Bombers. The Mid-East Open Wheel Modified Tour will be in the house Friday night for a tour race. Front wheel drives, Crown Vics, and Limited Sportsman also going to be on the card for Friday night at Travelers Rest. Natural Bridge Speedway going to have a late model, 602 late models, street stocks, pure stocks, and rookies for April the 19th at Natural Bridge. Of course, it says they're going to have an Easter egg hunt for the kids after hot lap qualifying. So be sure to bring your kids out for that. Like I said, they're going to do an Easter egg hunt for the kids at Natural Bridge. And then the Easter Showdown at Cherokee Speedway, the place your mama warned you about. It's going to be the Bird Chevrolet 604 late models for $1,000 to win. Street stocks is up to $1,700 to win. Turner Tree Company Renegade Sportsman $600 to win. Shannon's Towing Thunder Bombers $700 to win. Lynx Enterprise, Crown Vicks 300 to win, Pro Force 400 to win, Smoky Mountain Barbecue Extreme Force 350 to win, and Crown Vic Young Guns 250 to win. This stands will be $15, trackside 25, and pits 30. And of course, Air Rat Bull Ring going to have open practice for late models, modifieds, Renegades, Pro 4, Stock 4, and Crown Vicks. Gates will open. It says at 4:30. 4:30, and drivers meeting at 5.
Apparently.
Maybe that's supposed to be 3:00 gates open, 4:30 drivers meeting, and 5:00 practice. I think you're gonna run what 5 to 8, 5 to 9.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yes. Should be gates open at 3, drivers meeting at 4:30, and practice starts at 5.
Pit pass is $30. Grandstands are free.
It's laid out a little odd there, isn't it?
It is. It kind of confused me. But of course, Buffalo Mountain Motorsports, your late model sponsor, your modified sponsor is the TC Construction Modifieds. Andrew Langford with Andrew Langford Mowing and Landscaping is taking care of a lot of track prep and mowing for the facility. So he's a big sponsor for the racetrack as well.
I know they've been posting a couple updates about the racetrack, a couple pictures of it, starting to look like a
racetrack again.
Like a racetrack again.
Yep.
I know. Man, everybody's got these white walls now. It's just
maybe you can see it.
I love it. It's awesome. You can see these. You can see the wall.
That might not be a good thing for you.
No,
now you know what you're hitting.
Wow.
Of course, Blue Ridge Outlaws will be at Lancaster Motor Speedway April the 19th as well. Carolina Clash coming up April 26th at Fayetteville Motor Speedway for $5,000 to win. With Raceway going to have open practice this Saturday. And then, of course, the 26th will be open at night for with Raceway, the Dirt Track Super Speedway. Open tonight going to be the With 602 Modifieds, the Eisenbach Super Streets, Pro Minis, U Cars, and K Cars, Vintage Sportsman, and the Klein's Towing Crown Vicks on the schedule when With opens up on the 26th. And of course, the 26th is also going to be the opening night for the Air Rat Bull Ring. They're going to be racing the Buffalo Mountain Motorsports late models, the TC Construction Modifieds, Pro 4, Stock 4, front wheel drive, Crown Vicks. Looks like grandstands going to be $15 at the gate. Doesn't say what the pit price is. I'm going to say probably going to be 25 or 30. Guessing. It doesn't say. But it is cash only right now at the gate. Cash only right now at the gate at Air Rat Bull Ring.
Super excited to get back there.
So a lot going on there. Is Bumper Jack Craig. He was on the call for interviews at the XR race at Fayetteville. He got some really good ones with Blake Kraft and Ronnie Long after some incidents on the racetrack. Bumper Jack was everywhere there was controversy. Bumper Jack was there on the call. It is dangerous to have Bumper Jack with a microphone and a camera woman because he is going to catch everything.
Yeah. You know, I really felt bad for Robbie Gibson. That wreck they had right on the backstretch. Man, I felt bad for Robbie.
There were some tore-up race cars, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was. Big time.
Of course.
It was a pretty good race, though, actually.
Carolina is racing this weekend. I forgot to pull that up on there because I did hear that Bumper Jack Craig will be in the house with backfires and felonies. Bumper Jack Craig.
She kept up well.
You had her on the move, that's for sure. That's weird. Didn't show Jack's picture. There's Jack's picture. Okay, I was like, yeah, didn't show Jack's picture. Yeah, I think Jack said that was the first time she'd ever worked the camera for XR. So, like I said, I know he's got Blake Kraft when he's got on his TikTok that he's on. I have not seen him run a long one yet. But like I said, Lots of racing action this weekend. Of course, it is Easter weekend, so everybody at least be safe in your travels. Like I said, I know there's Easter egg hunts at some of these racetracks. I know Natural Bridge is doing one. I haven't heard if Cherokee's doing anything or not. Travelers Rest, of course, running a 2-day show for their Thunder Bomber weekend. Of course, the Mid-East Modifieds will only be there on Friday night. If you thought the 602 Nationals was interesting, Saturday night, XR puts on the Bang Banger, 100,000 to win at Kokomo.
I thought Kokomo was closed.
So where's that? I'm pretty sure it's where's that.
I don't know. Somebody told me Kokomo closed. Yeah, bam. Bye-bye.
Wapa. Yeah, wapa.
Postponed until August.
What? Surely not. Yeah, the wapa. Wapa.
It's more like nee 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 nee.
That's what it's going to sound like at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. That's what it. That's more accurate to me. Nee nee nee. That's about what it sounds like.
Oh, the internet's too slow. I'm scared.
That ought to be interesting. It's got to be.
Brittany Walls is sending me messages on stuff.
Oh Lord.
Oh, never mind. I done seen it. Yeah, but the internet's too slow for me to do that. Hope it ain't missing the feed. Let's see if I can find it here. I am highly upset if it's going to be postponed to August.
Brittany said that was over an hour ago.
What's that?
I don't know. I guess whatever she sent you.
Oh, yeah. Well, some of us ain't just sitting around on our phones all day, Brittany. Well, ain't that something?
Can't find it. Hold on.
Of course not. I can't find nothing.
Still says it's still on. The Waba.
On the 18th. Yeah.
18th to 19th.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, the show's still on. Why gotta be you fools? I remember that you fools you need something to ride next time, Brittany. I got you. Yeah, I go to XR events. They don't show me nothing.
Oh, it still says it's on. I don't know. Bryce wants to know when he can be a guest on the show. When you win this year at Natural Bridge, you got to beat Matt Duggins first.
Ooh. This is rained out.
They ain't even had it yet.
What do you mean it's rained out?
It's Tuesday. We still got 3 days.
It's kind of what I was thinking.
He says, I got a lot to say. I'm sure you do.
So like I'm about to... Yeah, it says postpone right there.
I would like to have Bryce on the show.
Yeah, but it is at Kokomo, and it does say due to worsening forecast threat of severe conditions, it has been postponed until August 1st and 2nd. With over 200 entries and many teams traveling long distance, the decision was made early to ensure safety of teams and fans. Apparently, they called some bad weather at Kokomo.
Well, dang. You know, I think
And I was looking forward to watching that because that was going to be something.
I think Bryce would be pretty fun to have on the show.
I don't know him, I don't think.
You know him well afterwards.
I know a lot of people well. That don't mean I like them. Huh. I'm still looking.
He said, "I'll go win Saturday just so I can be on the show Tuesday."
That's right.
There you go.
I found it, Jack. Thank you for sending it to.
Well, Bryce, you can go ahead and just if you win Saturday, just go ahead and plan on coming up here. You ain't got to just do it.
Just show up.
Just show up.
Because chances are we would actually have it on Monday. I couldn't do it yesterday because it was actually warm, and I had to get some people's air conditioners going, including Mavericks.
Yeah, it was hot as crap in my room. That's not fun. Not in the summer months. Well, I don't even know if you could really call it that. It was North Carolina weather.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it.
80 degrees yesterday, 65 for the high today, boys.
I don't know what you call that.
That's North Carolina weather.
I mean, yeah,
That's 4 seasons in one day. That's what we get around here.
it makes no sense.
It don't, but
It really don't. We have spring, then we have winter.
I said you have all 4 seasons in a day around here. I'm gonna tell you what, it got cold Saturday night at Fayetteville. Brittany was out walking around with a blanket wrapped around her. I did turn the heat on for her, and then she left.
I figured she was in her. I figured she just got in the toter home and just stayed there.
Toter home.
Yeah.
Let's don't talk about toter homes
Why?
because there was a bet with Brittany and Joey
Oh no.
on toter homes. The over under on toter homes that was going to be there for the 602 Nationals.
Oh.
And then we had to start classifying what was actually a toter home.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Brittany brought that up, huh?
Well, Joe was like, that is not a toter home. Well, you can live in it, and it pulled the race car, so it's a toter home. But anyway.
He considers the big rig the toter home, which it is. But now you can have a camper that pulls a race car, toter home.
Well, I mean, but you have a tractor trailer that's got a sleeper on it and still a place to sleep.
It's technically a toter home.
Kind of what I said.
Technically, every car is a toter home if you sleep in it.
Well, yeah. We was actually talking about actually having a bed in it.
Yeah.
Not just the back seat.
Right. Trust me, I've had to sleep in a truck twice. I don't ever want to do it again.
I've had to sleep in a truck one time. That was about a 24-hour trip to Whitville.
I remember.
We won't talk about that no more.
I remember that trip. I've got a good heat race story with that 99 car that I want to tell the world.
We might have to get him and Matt Duggins in here at the same time.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
That would be good.
I don't think we'd have to talk.
Hey, that's even better. Final week ain't much going on. They can have the floor. I'll mediate from behind the camera over yonder.
Might not have anything to come back to.
This is your side over here.
Well, we've been there.
You've about come back with nothing a couple times.
Well, last weekend we about come back with we came back with almost nothing.
I had 3/4 of it.
Yeah, half of it looked straight.
Oh Lord,
it looks a lot better than it did now, at least.
Yeah.
Thank the good Lord for chains and a frame puller.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of bent stuff around here.
Yeah,
I had to bend it to make it.
Well, some of it that's bent shouldn't be. Some of it's straight rails.
We need to hurry up and get the car over on the other side of this camera done so we can put it on the show.
Yeah. That would be great. That would be.
Because that is going to be one more pretty race car.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be a blast from the past.
Yep, it sure is. It's going to look even better when it's on a trailer leaving.
Actually, I don't know. It's going to be pretty cool when the body gets on it.
Yeah, it is. It's still going to look better when it leaves.
Was it 1984?
Yeah.
1984 GAN chassis.
Yeah.
Fully restored to its glory.
Yeah. It's basically a new car.
It is a new car.
When it come in the shop, it was a 1984 GAN race car. Like straight up, like nothing had been done. Well, some stuff had been done to it, but like it was
a Patrick GAN special.
Yeah, I mean it was straight up from 1984, and it was rusted and like had holes in it everywhere.
I remember it's been here for a decade.
Yeah, it has. I'll be honest with you. I was shocked that the roots hadn't come back up from where the truck was there for so long to grab this one and pull it down.
Yeah,
it's about to get there though.
It's gonna be I have a wedge nose on it. Leaf spring car, square tubing.
It's gonna have a huge spoiler in the back.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's gonna look cool.
See, it's gonna be a blast from the past, and like I said, it is brand new. Everything has been completely redone on it.
Have a 2-foot spoiler on it.
The only thing that ain't brand new is the rear end,
and it looks good.
And it does. It looks really good. I guess it got new A-frames. Is that the original ones?
No, it's all everything on it's original. Ronnie took everything off and cleaned it up and painted all of it.
That's why it looks better.
Except for the rotors, I'm pretty sure are new. Spindles.
That one don't look new.
The rotors are new.
The one on the front of it looks like it's been scuffed up pretty good.
Oh, I don't know. It might be. I know there's some of them that is new. Some of them rotors are new on it.
But it is interesting to see it all come together. And it's amazing how much hasn't changed. That hasn't changed.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, it's still sitting there with just
relatively looks the same.
Sitting there with a cockpit in it and the deck metal on it, you really can't tell much difference.
Not until you really look underneath it. You see the leaf springs.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
That's a huge difference. I mean, the leaf springs, obviously, the front end is completely different.
Well, yeah,
it is and it isn't though.
It's a GAN front end.
Well, I mean, it is and it isn't though. I mean, like all the square tubing in it. You know, it's all 1 3/4 pipe now, or smaller.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be happy to see it with the nodes on it. I'm ready to see that.
Yeah,
y'all gotta start cracking the whip on Ronnie. We gotta get this done.
Well, Longhorn cracks the whip before anybody else. You see all these straps here.
Ronnie's doing them now.
Yeah, Ronnie's doing those. Yeah, we're trying to help Jimmy out as much as possible. I think Jimmy's going crazy. Yeah.
There's a whole lot picked. There's a bunch of work picked up here.
Shit, well, you ain't said nothing.
We say get cameras to show up before the second shift.
I showed up today. I did.
Before second shift?
I did.
You just show up for lunch.
I showed up for second shift today.
For second shift?
Yeah. No, I showed up earlier. I actually showed up earlier today and actually did something. I know, right? Crazy. You asked Matt. I helped Matt all day. I was chop saw today.
You was chop saw.
He was bender.
Bender. He was on a bender.
He was. Yeah. He was bender.
He was on a bender.
He was on the bender today.
Matt Duggins on a bender.
Yep. Change his name. Bender Duggins. I used to call him Clip because that's what I used to. Because when he had that master belt, that's all he done was bent it.
Clip. Oh, poor Matt Duggins.
I'm giving Bryce. If Bryce is still watching, I'm giving Bryce material now. Yeah. Bryce, ask him about his master built the first time and the second time he bent the back clip. And then ask him what happened the third time.
Oh.
Yeah, no, bad times every time. But the third time was the worst one. Third time was the one he rolled it over at Elkin.
Ooh. But that is all the gossip I've got for tonight. That's all the results. Like I said, not a lot of
I
racing
noticed
going
how I
on with the
started talking
weather.
about Matt, and there's 10 people watching.
Ain't that something?
That is kind of
Matt
crazy, ain't
Davis
it?
must be somebody somewhere.
Hey, Natural Bridge Track Champion 2024.
This is true. Sportsman champion.
He is. Got to give him a little something.
He said, I'm still running parts off that car.
That's pretty funny.
Lord.
Bryce has got
Shit.
Tommy Taylor's old car.
Oh, okay. Tommy Taylor. That was another good one.
Mm-hmm.
He went for last year.
Tommy did, yeah. One time.
He said he had fun. He said, but he was wore slap out. He said he was out of shape.
Tommy is my hero. Tommy's a good guy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I like him and his whole family, especially his dad. Oh, Ed.
What y'all don't realize is Cambridge is my hero.
I'm glad I'm somebody's.
That way I can aim higher.
Wow. Wow.
He taught Matt everything he knows.
Wow.
But like I said,
I wish y'all could have heard what he told me right before the show started.
ooh. Yeah, I did cover
Y'all
him.
probably wouldn't know who he's talking about, but it sucked.
I cut him a little deep that time. I did. Well, like I said, don't forget there's racing going to be at Cherokee, Travelers Rest, Natural Bridge.
Practice at Ararat Saturday.
I'm not sure if Princeton is running this weekend or not. Carolina's running Friday night.
Fayetteville off.
Fayetteville is off, I believe.
Caneline, did you say Caneline? They're racing.
Caneline should be back racing. So a lot of places to go see some racing action. Go support your local racetrack. If Cambridge, you got anything else? Anything big news coming up?
No, we're just gonna go hang out and practice at Ararat this weekend. Go get our feet wet back at Ararat this weekend.
If you don't have what you need to race this weekend, Gaines Race Cars and Parts. If
Come
they don't
on
have
by.
it here, they can have it in a couple of days.
Yep.
If
you need it this weekend, call before Wednesday.
As Philip Gaines says, if we ain't got it, we can have it by Friday. But hopefully we'll see y'all at a racetrack close by soon. If not, if you're not at a dirt track, it's your own ass fault.